Hello, everybody. Welcome to Circle of Cricket Fans Hangout, episode number 7. This because match number 7 has just ended, and Chennai Super Kings have again, flattered to deceive, unfortunately. And we have gone ahead and they have gone ahead and lost another game, two in a row now. And, a fabulous looking Delhi has beaten Chennai Super Kings. So we have a lot of things to discuss on today's game. So I have with me Sunny Singhal, who, if you can see, is in complete attire of the Delhi Capitals. And he's, looking very happy and he has all the reasons to be. We also have Keshav with us. Keshav is a huge Chennai Super Kings fan. But I know that, it's been a tough day at the office, but we'll surely discuss and understand from Keshav of what he thinks has gone wrong. So welcome to the show, guys. It's very nice to see you as usual. So let me come to the beaming Sunny. The first thing which we want to talk about is, Chennai is looking clueless, and your team has really done so well tonight. What are your thoughts about tonight's game?
I think Imam Bhai, the way they won the super over, that confidence has actually brushed up onto the team, and also the toss went in our favor because the used pitch was used for this match, and as I told you in the last episode, that the team which win the toss should bat first, and that's what actually happened.
Good toss to lose, you are saying.
Yeah.
Very good toss to lose. Keshav, Chennai is looking really clueless, man. What's going wrong with them? Because this is the same team which has played the last couple of years. They have been, in the finals and with the champions with most of the same team members. What is exactly going wrong with Chennai?
Hi guys. Bad day for us. I think a lot of things are going wrong for us. Starting straight away from the top order batsmen Murli Vijay and Shane Watson. Vijay tried his best to save this test match for Chennai Super Kings, but he's ultimately failed. But you said that this same team was playing for the last couple of years and did well, won the 2018 IPL, were the finalists in 2019, lost by just one run. But I think the daddy's army has now finally run out of steam, and also not to forget that this IPL is happening not just after a year but 1.5 years after the last IPL. So of course these same old players have become way more older. They have become even more slower. So I think these things are now starting to creep in and bite back. So hopefully this is the last of Murli Vijay which we would have seen today, and there is a week's gap in the Chennai Super Kings fixture. So hopefully by the time they come back, they will have kind of hopefully solve that puzzle and get the right 11 on the field.
All right, I think very well said, Keshav. So I think what you said. Kshitij here is making a point. He says Raina and a heart symbol for Raina. He's missing Raina, and I'm sure Chennai Super Kings is also missing Raina a lot because he used to add so much of variety in this team. A left-handed batsman, plus your gun fielder and a couple of overs with the ball. So a lot of things are missing.
And most importantly, the aggression at the top of the order, that he brought. Vijay and Watson look so clueless. There is no. Dhoni said in the post-match that we lack the steam that's required, the momentum that's required at the top of the order. And Rana was somebody who, at the fall of a wicket, used to come in and just sort of move things forward a bit. But these guys. Vijay and Jadhav, I think it's time they get rid of them, and hopefully if there is an auction next year, we won't retain them.
Right, yeah. The players look really, really, I hate to say this, but they're looking really bad. This chase. Sunny, let's talk about the chase. We'll talk about your team a bit later, but let's talk about the chase. This is one of those trains which never got going at full flow.
Yep.
The way they started and the way Rituraj came in and played, I was getting a feeling that am I watching a different match where 120 needs to be chased, or is it the same match which they have to chase 176? So, let's, from a Chennai's point of view, Sunny, I know you are happy for DC, but I would want to know from, as a cricket fan, what exactly are you seeing with Chennai? As Keshav's pointed out a couple of things, do you want to add something there and say, from your point of view of What exactly is not working for Chennai?
I think their strategy is not working up to the mark. They must be have formed different plans for different teams and different venues. But I think they somehow lack team management. There, the team that we already have seen them losing two matches on a trot now. So see, we need good bowlers to restrict a team to a good total, and also good batsmen to chase down a total on any wicket. I know the wicket got slower in the second innings, but you need to, as a batsman, you need to play your shots according to the balls. You're playing shots here and there, and I know Delhi dropped some catches also, and then finally Faf again got out after a good start. And also he didn't get any support from the other end. That was the point. As you said, that Kshitij has already mentioned about Raina, and I'm really I'm not surprised to see that they're definitely missing Raina very badly, because he's a very good player of spin also. So, and the way they played Akshar Patel, we used to see, team used to get many runs out of Akshar Patel, but here Chennai played him very defensively. I don't know what their approach was, how they're gonna, progress in this tournament forward. And somewhere I think Dwayne Bravo's role becomes much more important now, because
No, but
he
the
has
yeah,
he
I got
has
your
the
point.
ability of finishing the game for a team, and also he is a very good handy death bowler also. So I think Dwayne Bravo should play in the next couple of games for Chennai Super Kings. Otherwise, it's going to be a very very big problem for them.
Point taken, Sunny. But I think I just want to talk about touch base on the point on Akshar Patel. Let me also point out in our cricketing group, in our cricket group, Keshav pointed this out. He very well called it out. He said, Jadeja, and he put out figures of Jadeja and Akshar Patel, and he said just the way the two spinners were played, that was the difference between the two teams. And I think that's a fact point which he made. And I'm going to come to that point with Keshav, where Venkatesh has put in a very good comment here. He says the absence of Raina Raidu along with Harbhajan is playing an important role in the unsuccessful nature of the way Chennai Super Kings are playing. But Keshav, somewhere I understand that you said it's Dad Army losing steam, and they are struggling, and 1.5 year of cricket they haven't played. But 2 and 2 is it, two plus two is 4. It's very simple. They needed to chase 176. You have seen Watson play for so many years, not just for CSK but for international teams, but international team Australia. Do you think, is there a technical problem with Watson, or do you think that the mindset is such that he thinks he can, if he plays for 6 overs, he will be able to play out the 20 overs? I just want to understand the logic behind Watson's batting. Are you able to, add something there?
I think it's, of course, it's the age that's catching up. First of all, he's not the same Watson which we know, and he's not really able to go from the ball one. And also, I think the roles given by the management to these openers specifically, because at times when you have these kind of opening combinations, then one of them's role is to sort of go for it, and the other one has to be sort of a foil to him. But here it feels like both of them are foil to each other. Like no one really starts. No one, no, no one really goes for it, and the successful 2018 campaign that we had, the difference there was Raidu and Watson were opening, and in that year I very clearly remember Raidu used to go for it from ball one, and if Watson was going for it, then Raidu would not at least, he would at least play with a strike rate of 100, not something like what Murli Vijay is doing. So this is the most boring T20 game I've seen in a very long time, and I am really sure that a lot of CSK fans would have felt the same. I even saw the tweet of Chennai Super Kings official Twitter account. They tweeted with the emoji of a sleeping, that sleeping emoji. So even the official account is tweeting like that. So I hope that they rectify all these mistakes.
Right. So current situation of CSK shows what is the impact of Raina in this team. Vijay's place in the team is questionable, and if you're sending him as an opener, means you are short of a batsman. Swapnil says there. Again, Swapnil is back. Swapnil, very nice to see you back. I think you've been making some very, very good comments. So definitely, Swapnil, do put in your number in the comment section. We would definitely want to get to you and see if we can, add you to our hangouts because you've been making some fabulous points. Um, Moving on to the next point, guys, which I want to talk about. I'll come to you, Sunny, with this question. Delhi Capitals, this team of yours is looking really ominous. They are a team of youngsters. Their average age is around 26, and they have picked, and luck seems to be on their favor as well because Chris Wokes was supposed to be in this team. He pulled out of the tournament, and you got Nokia in. And I thought Nokia would not be a good choice, but somehow this guy has been on the spot and he's a perfect foil to Rabada. As Keshav just spoken about, you need to be a good foil of each other. I think both Rabada and Nokia are bowling so well. They're hitting that shot of length, good length, and it's they're bowling on the body of the batsman. It's not easy to hit. And you have players like Ayer, Pant, Shaw, and Hetmeyer still not got his mojo. So, what are your thoughts about your own team? What has changed for the Delhi Capitals?
I think Imam bhai, the main thing which has changed for this team that their roles are very defined. Ricky Ponting is a type of coach who actually gives a very defined role to each and every player that what they need to do in every match and according to the situation. So that's where I think this team has managed it pretty well. And coming to the Nokia point, he has got a very good T20 domestic T20 record. He plays a domestic T20 league for South Africa, so he has been very good there. And we should give credit to the bowlers, the way they bowled, the length they bowled, and the especially Akshar Patel, the way he bowled. As we earlier mentioned, that Jadeja and Akshar Patel both are similar kind of bowler, but the difference which has been made the way they are played by the batsmen. And also one more thing that Delhi Capitals have bowled 46 dot balls in this match, and I think somewhere that has changed the game in their favor. While CSK only managed 36, and still, and to be honest, this Delhi Capitals unit looks much more formidable than the last few years.
Absolutely. Keshav, I was just watching few numbers. 8 overs between Mishra and Akshar Patel, and they conceded 41 runs and took 1 wicket. And if your spinners, two of your spinners who bowl 4 overs are going for more, just under 5.5 runs per over, that's a balle balle for any team, right? That's a dream of a captain. So and also with regards to Delhi's team, Keshav, what do you think about Delhi this year? In terms of the team personnel, in terms of the players and the performances, they are 2 out of 2 now, which is a very good start for them. So, your thoughts on Delhi Capitals?
I think today CSK's batting made them look really, really good, maybe better than they actually are. And the other day, if Mayank Agarwal would have played sensibly, then they should have been on the losing side. But I would still give the likes of Norkia and the Delhi attack a couple of more games because there are more batting lineups to come to for them to face yet. Some KKR and RCB. These are these teams have got some really good batting sides. So if once the first half of the tournament is over, probably by then we'll be able to come to a conclusion which is the best attack in the IPL so far. But yes, just a couple of games in, they look all right. But I still think that their
Yeah.
lower middle order is still vulnerable, I think.
Okay. Sunny, you want to add something there?
I think the one factor which actually added boosted their confidence is that they played their second match on the same ground, on the same venue. So that must have given a boost to their confidence that okay, we know the conditions here, and we played a game on this ground before. We know the outfield, we know the wicket. So that has added a key factor for Delhi Capitals.
And
Okay.
on the contrary, Chennai Super Kings has played 3 games on all 3 different grounds, and they are the only team to have played 3 games in the first week of IPL. So hopefully this 1 week gap will really work for them.
Okay. All right. I think yeah. So both of you and I think Delhi Capitals. I want to quickly add before we move on to our next point. Delhi Capital has been one of those teams, and Ricky Ponting is a kind of a coach. If I go back to his, in 2014 or 15, I don't remember the exact year, but Ricky Ponting was chosen as a player, and he got into the team. Did not perform for a couple of
13.
games.
That was 2013.
Right, to 2013. Thanks, Keshav. So he came in and he did not perform. He sat out, made Rohit the captain, and the rest is history. And he is the kind of a coach who, as Sunny rightly said, defines players, define those roles for the players, and then he very clearly spells it out. And he doesn't want any of them to fail. And the fielding, if somebody doesn't do well, he's the one who clearly shows it on his face. He doesn't hide his emotions. He wears his heart on his sleeves, like the time he used to play cricket. So I think that the coaching structure is helping Delhi a lot, and that shows on their team's performance. So I'm really really happy. I think Swapnil has posted one more comment. Team, can we put it out there? Chasing big target, you want your best players at the top, and if Vijay Gaikwad are the best players, then CSK will struggle to qualify in playoffs. You don't want players like Dhoni to play 10, 15 balls in the team. And Swapnil, I think you keep on hitting the nail on the head. You do that consistently, buddy. You are doing, we really like the way you put your things out. And before I move to the next topic, just want to quickly take Keshav's view on Gaikwad. Um, what was he trying to do? Have you seen Gaikwad play? I haven't seen him play so much. So, but the way he is playing these games are very, very dangerous. He is one of the best players for the opposition. And when he got out, I was like, I thought that they shouldn't have got him run out because he was doing quite well for Delhi Capitals. So, your thoughts on Rituraj before I move on to the next point?
Yeah, I won't blame him for this loss or last loss because he's
No,
still
I'm
a
not blaming him for
young
the
guy.
loss.
He's trying to.
Asking you for the way he plays, his game.
We have not seen him enough to judge right now because just a couple of innings and pehli inning mein to he just got stumped on the first ball, and today he got run out. So probably we'll be able to judge him better if he gets his own slot of opening because I think domestic mein bhi opener hi reh chuka hai. So I'm really hoping that next game Raidu comes in at 4 and Vijay goes out and Gaikwad opens. Then probably उसको अगर उसके जगह पे सही जगह पे अगर उसको आप chances देते हो 2-3 मैच फिर उसके बाद हम उसके बारे में बात करेंगे तो I think it will be more fair to him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I agree with that. And with that, smoothly, I want to move to the next point. Now, this point is going to be very important. A lot of people might, talk about it, question, but I still want to put it out there. The question which I have, guys, is Dhoni losing his Midas touch? I know this is something which we have been talking about for the last couple of years. I'll tell you why I put that question. First over, fourth ball, Shaw nicks it behind. Nobody hears it. Dhoni doesn't hear it. Forget about going for the review. They don't appeal. Then and to go one step back, Dhoni wins the toss. He chases again, knowing what happened in the previous games. Then he comes in. Then he doesn't come out to bat until number 6. Today, when Sam Curran was required to go out top of the order because of the way things were, Akshar Patel was bowling. Sam Curran didn't go up. Keshav, if you just take out that one point, and before I come to you, Dhoni really wants to experiment, then why not open with Sam Curran? At least he might be able to capitalize the power play overs like Sunil Narayan for KKR. Rohit, exactly what Sunny had said, couple of games ago, and today I was also mentioning in our cricket group. And a very good point here, Rohit. Thank you. Keshav, let me throw that to you. Before you comment on the Sam Curran wala, want to get your Dhoni's opinion. What do you think is going wrong with him?
Not too much wrong with the way he's captaining in the field when CSK is bowling because even if today you saw, Chennai, Delhi Capitals were at one stage they were really going well, 10 overs, I think they scored almost 90 runs for the loss of just one wicket. And from there on to, limit them to just 175 was a good effort. And Dhoni used his limited resources very well. Another problem which he is facing this year is lack of options for bowling, because, there are only five bowlers, regular bowlers, which he has. Watson is not bowling. I don't know why the hell Kedar Jadhav is not bowling. And if he doesn't bowl, then he doesn't deserve a place in the team, because he's also playing just a run ball innings. So lack of options with the bowling department, and that could be one of the reasons why, because in the 2018 and 2019 edition, which CSK did really well, the biggest weapon for Dhoni was at least seven options of bowlers, because there was Dwayne Bravo, there was Raina, there was Harbhajan. So he had a lot of options to choose from. अभी अब अगर जडेजा मार खा रहा है, पीयूष चावला मार खा रहा है, आपको फिर भी उनके चार चार ओवर कराने पड़ेंगे, क्योंकि कोई और है नहीं साथ में.
Keshav, the reason why I asked that question, agree to your points. I'll throw this to Sunny now. Sunny, the reason why I'm saying this is because Dhoni is not the same Dhoni which he used to be last year. I'll tell you why I'm saying that. His statements show that there's a stark change in the way he looks about the game. He looks upon the games coming up. Last year, whenever you used to talk to him, he used to say one game at a time. Yes, we have done well, but there's things to improve. This year, the last game, he said in the post-match that I'm trying out different players so that in the future games, before the playoffs, it is important. Then today, at the toss, he says that there are still around 12 games to go before the playoffs. Don't you get a feeling that he's, looking just a bit, not overconfident, but laid back? That's the word which I want to use. So there are a lot of things which are not the same old Dhoni which we used to hear, along with the reviews and everything. So what are your thoughts, Sunny?
See, Imam Bhai, I think he hasn't played cricket for almost 1.5 years. So, and also, if you don't play game for a very long time, like he hasn't played, you tend to lose that magic which you generally have as a player, as a captain, or as a coach. Also, you tend to lose that thing. And what I feel that Dhoni looks a bit more defensive in this year's IPL as compared to previous years. As you've already mentioned that in previous years he looked to go one by one game at a time, and now he's saying he's trying to experiment, and he even, I know, sarcastically he said that he's looking a bit rusty, but I think he has lost that touch, because not playing the game for a very long time has also affected him mentally also, I think. And it could be a big worry for CSK as far as MS Dhoni's this approach is concerned. And also we know that when Smith against RR, he also didn't take the review when Smith was Smith was plum LBW, and Jadeja insisted Dhoni to take the review, but at that time also he didn't take it. And as you said that he has lost that touch, I think.
I think just to counter argue with Sunny, probably the role of finisher and the batsman down the order, probably there he might have slowed down. But as a captain, I still think he's still probably the same shrewd captain, the technical captain. But as they say, the captain is only as good as its team. And this year they have really suffered with the loss of Raina and Harbhajan, and now in the couple of games Bravo hasn't played. They're not able to put in Tahir. Then Raidu has missed a couple of games. So, probably with these options already gone, Dhoni could, there's only so much you can do with the players available. So if Vijay and Watson are giving you a start of 5 runs and over, there's not much Dhoni can do sitting there. Yes, he can come up the order. That's correct. But then guys like Gaikwad and all these are top order batsmen. They can't really do the finishing thing as well. So, this is a dilemma which he has to really solve in the next week when they come back.
But Keshav, I have a counter theory on that. If you're saying that Tahir is not able to play, that's Dhoni's fault. That's team management's fault. You play that. Who's stopping you from playing Tahir? Tahir is 100% fit. He's
No, but
absolutely.
where do you put him? Sam Curran has done really well today. Hazelwood bowled well. He gave the control Dhoni needed at the end of the overs, and then Faf is performing. So the only option is Watson. They can kick out, but then I think if Watson is out, then Bravo comes in. You can't put Tahir anywhere because they have Piyush Chawla.
My point is very simple. Now, Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings sometimes take emotional decisions more. And that's where Dhoni, as a shrewd skipper, should now think that Watson is no longer playing any form of cricket. He has to sit out. Definitely, I'm not going to bring Tahir instead of Watson. That doesn't make sense. What I'm trying to say is that you sit out Watson. You have Bravo in the team. With Sam Curran, you have two all-rounders there. Both
But
of them,
Imam,
and
they haven't left out Bravo out of choice. Bravo hasn't been 100% fit. That's why they're not playing him.
but I read in the morning that Bravo is fit to go, but they are not able to find a place for him because Sam Curran is doing exceedingly well. I have no complaints against Sam Curran's performance. He whatever opportunity he gets, poor fellow in the England team is not 100% all the time. I don't know why. He's one of those cricketers who gives everything with his bat, ball, and field, and still doesn't find a place. I have no problem with Sam Curran. I am just saying you either play a Bravo, and even if he can't bowl, at least he can bat better than Watson because he did well in the CPL. So Watson right now,
But then, if Watson is out and then, you again, I think you have to play Murli Vijay at opening because
no,
there is
you
no
not.
other option.
I think
What I
Gaikwad and Sam Curran can open the innings for them.
exactly the
I
point.
don't.
Sam Curran has to come up. Sam Curran
See,
has to come up. Keshav, you have to
Sam
understand.
Curran coming up, I think it's still okay. One down, two down, but opening, he's never done that in his whole career. I don't think he's
He's done
suited as an
that for
opener.
he's done that for his English team. David Willey and Sam Curran are the two all-rounders who open the batting for their teams in T20 cricket. So Sam Curran is not new
Okay.
to it. They have to open with Sam Curran because Dhoni himself tonight admitted that he is not finding that steam at the top of the order. Those 6 overs are just going away just like that. Like, there's all the fielders are back. That's what the feeling is coming across. So Sam Curran ko open karao. You get in Gaikwad at the top if he opens. Then you have a room for a Bravo at 4 or 5. Then you have a lot of options to play with. That's what I'm trying to say.
So
Dhoni,
let's try and do some work for CSK here for the management staff. So according to you, Sam Curran and then Gaikwad, Faf, Raidu, Dhoni, Bravo, Jadeja, Hazelwood, and then Piyush Chawla. We've still got two plays to go. Deepak Chahar and do you leave out Kedar Jadhav? Do you leave out
Shardul
Kedar
Thakur,
Jadhav?
I'll give up Kedar Yadav. I'll bring an extra bowler in, Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur hasn't been so bad here, for Chennai Super Kings. Both Chahar and Shardul used to do very well last year when they used to open the attack and not concede more than 40 runs. So I think somewhere that can be done. But again, as I was saying, I was talking to Sir at the before the live show that the teams have to watch our show in order to do well in IPL. So whatever we are going to say tonight, I hope Chennai listens to us and gets it implemented because I think there are a lot of options to choose from. But these 7 days gap, I hope it helps them. So I think we can close that. If you guys don't have any other points on this topic, I'll quickly move on to the last point which we want to move to, and that is about tomorrow's game. Before we move to tomorrow's game, I just want to call out Kagiso Rabada, you beauty. 3 for 26 in a T20 game is something which is fabulous. So well done to you. It's a shame that he's not the man of the match. Prithvi Shaw has been given the man of the match, who should have been out on 0. But no worries, it's a batsman's game. So another reason why he's the man of the match. So guys, thoughts on tomorrow's game? It's again a very important game for both the teams. Both the teams are coming out of a loss, and two different kind of losses altogether. And one hand, you have an SRH which was at one point bossing the game, and then committed samuhik suicide by letting RCB come into the game and helping winning the game. And then the other extreme, you have KKR who are coming out of a thrashing. So, what are your thoughts? This is the game which is going to happen tomorrow at Abu Dhabi. So, let me come to you, Sunny. Quickly, your thoughts on tomorrow's game and any changes in the playing 11 for both the teams.
I think Imam Bhai, I would pick SRH as the favorites because to me KKR they look pretty rusty against MI, and you know the way Russell got out. We have already seen that he was humping while running on the field. He has put on some weight, so they are very much dependent on Russell's performance, and I think he's gonna fail again, and it's gonna be a good contest because both teams are low on confidence. They've both lost a game, and it's gonna be SRH's day tomorrow.
Changes for the teams before I.
Changes for the teams, I would definitely like to bring in an opener. Not I wouldn't open with Sunil Narayan in tomorrow's game. I'll either get Rahul Tripathi to open with Shubman Gill because Rahul Tripathi has done well while opening the batting for RPS, the Rising Pune Supergiant, and he did pretty well in that season. And we all saw what actually happened in
Who
that
will
season.
you get him in his
So
place? मतलब किसकी जगह पे आएगा वो त्रिपाठी? निखिल नायक के?
yeah, in place of Nikhil Naik, I'll have Rahul Tripathi, and also in place of Sandeep Warrior, I would have someone like Prasidh Krishna, who has done really well in last year's IPL, and that would be my changes. I would definitely prefer Morgan this time in the 11, and also
Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for clarifying it. So, Keshav, SRH के team changes and thoughts on tomorrow's game.
I will go with KKR for tomorrow's game. I just think that this SRS team is a bit like Indian team. India team में बोलते हैं ना कि जैसे आप रोहित और कोहली को ऊपर से आउट कर लो तो आपका आधा गेम तो वहीं जीत जाओगे. तो बेयरस्टो और वार्नर को आउट करो और आपका आधा गेम आप वहाँ जीत सकते हो. So I think if see Mitch Marsh is already out of the tournament, so hopefully they'll bring Mohammad Nabi, and if they wants to bolster up their batting at the top of the order, then Kane Williamson. So if Kane comes in, then I think that will be a better combination for now because the Rashid Khan is there and अभी इतना spin नहीं हो रहा है pitches पे. So it depends what kind of combination they look for. And as far as KKR is concerned, I don't think they should make any changes to the 11. Probably Nikhil Naik is a only exception, but other than that, if they do too many changes, then that sends a wrong sort of impression to the other teams that they within just one loss they have pressed the panic button. And DK also said that it's unfair for us to judge Pat Cummins based on for just one game. So I don't think there's going to be any changes for KKR and just a forced change for SRH. Mishmash goes out and Nabi or Williamson comes in.
Would you give it a thought of playing a Stanley instead of a Mitch Marsh to bolster your bowling?
No, because there is Bhuvneshwar Kumar and the other Indian seamers did okay in the last game. They didn't really go for runs, something what Umesh Yadav has been doing. So it's not been that bad so far. So hopefully, they'll they'll have that sort of confidence still in them. Even if they want to replace, there is Siddharth Kaul, there is Khalil. So probably they'll first try out the Indian quicks, and probably then if nothing is working, then maybe they can look for Stanley.
I would definitely want to see Kane Williamson tomorrow. As Keshav said, I think the bowling did all right. So our problem was with the bat. So you go ahead and have Bairstow, Warner, and Kane as your top three with Manish at 4. That gives the batting a lot of solidity. And then definitely with the ball, if you can, put up a good score on the board if you're batting first, then definitely you can, as we have seen in the games, you definitely can defend those scores. So I think that if they do that, then I back SRH to win. But if they again, don't select the right team, then I don't think they'll be able to win tomorrow as well. So for me, my heart definitely wants SRH to win. So I will go with Sunny. And again the same thing. Me and Sunny are picking the same team, and Keshav is picking a different team. So tomorrow we'll see who turns out to be on the right side.
By the way, there's been a lot of fan following for Sunny in the comment section. I can see there's people are saying Jai Sunny Baba ki and Sunny Baba big fan and all these guys. I think there is friends probably.
कितने पैसे दिए तूने? कितना पेटीएम?
they are actually my friends from DC.
Good on you. Good on you. and good on you and good on your friends. Guys, you should come out and watch your friend making bold predictions, doing such a good job, and making very good comments. So I think you should come out. Keshav friends and my friends also come. हम भी बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं, हमारी भी तारीफ करो भाई, मतलब ये पैसे नहीं तो कुछ तारीफ तो मिले. But jokes apart, I think our show has been extremely loved. We want to thank all of you. Keep on seeing that 20K, 30K views every day. The views are increasing. So the purpose of having this show for all of you is working. So we are very happy. So you continue to watch us, and we are trying to give the best insights from a fan's point of view. And you keep watching us and joining us. Swapnil, if possible, as I said, put in your number in the comment section. We'll pick it up from there. For tonight, Sunny, thank you so much. A great night for you. Your team won. They did you proud, and your background complete is Delhi Capitals. So congratulations. And Keshav, buddy,
Thank
hard
you,
luck.
Imam bhai.
Hard luck tonight. CSK is a fab team, is a gun team, and I'm sure that within the 7 days break time, I hope that they get their act together and do really well and make you proud as they always do.
And I wish SRH wins tomorrow and make you proud.
Yeah, that's fine. Being a host, I want to be neutral, but I will be very happy. I'm fine if SRH lose tomorrow. I'm lying. I will not be. And I would take a flight to Abu Dhabi and talk to them directly if they lose tomorrow. So they better win. Okay, on that note, thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Circle of Cricket fans Hangout. Match number 7. CSK has been beaten by DC, and tomorrow's game will be Hyderabad against KKR. So we'll catch up tomorrow. You stay tuned to Circle of Cricket. We'll watch tomorrow.